What's going on, everybody?
Who is that cat?
Archer.
You're just gonna stare at me?
Oh.
And Walrus. What the hell?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. How you doing? How are you guys doing? Hope you've been having a good week so far. We got a couple of videos to take a look at. Not going to be a terribly long stream, but we're going to, I think we're going to have some fun. I haven't seen most of these videos that I have up in store with Van Balion, CBC. But also we have an update on the sovereign citizen son, who, if you recall, the wild body cam footage of the son who was hooked up at a traffic stop on his parents' driveway, and her mom was the county clerk, and the dad is actually a county commissioner. The mom was actually ended up getting charged with obstruction or interference in that case. Well, we got a bit of an update on that situation to take a look at. But yeah, I want to get right into it. And we're gonna take a look at Van Balion's latest. The thumbnail looks pretty wild, so can't wait.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to Mississippi for a short video where a sovereign citizen refuses to step out of her vehicle. So one of the cops uses the old tried and tested method of, "Hey, what's that over there?" to distract the driver just enough so that he can reach inside the vehicle to unlock it. The rest, they say, is history. Enjoy.
I've already explained it to you.
That is not a crime.
Driving without a valid driver license? It's not a crime?
No.
I mean, if you want to be technical about it, you know how these Sovcits love to be technical. In most states, driving without a driver's license isn't a crime. It's a violation or an offense. However, you're still going to get cited for it. You're not allowed to do that. It's just that it doesn't have the severity of a crime. Usually, some states delineate a difference between a crime and a violation is the maximum punishment that's imposed. New Jersey, for example, does that.
How come I've been pulled over 6 other times and nobody's ever made me get out of my car?
What's that?
How come I've been pulled over 6 other times and I've never been forced out of my car?
I'm not sure. I can't explain the other thing. Have you seen that other officer before right over there? Do you know him?
Oh, nailed it. Got him.
Shit. Piece of shit! Piece of shit! You're hurting me! You're hurting me! You're hurting me, you son of a bitch!
Let go! Let go!
Motherfucking piece of shit!
Let go!
Piece of shit!
Let go!
Piece of shit!
Yeah, sorry about that headphone warning.
Fucking swear to God, you motherfucking piece of shit!
Stop! Stop! Stop moving! Stop moving right there. That's enough. Put your hands behind your back. Put them on the side right there. Don't move. Nope, don't move. Let go of the door.
I swear to God.
Don't move.
I swear to God. Get the fuck off me.
You're gonna roll over.
Hey, stroke assaulter.
Hand behind your back.
Thank you for being a member for 15 months.
You fucking asshole.
Oh my god.
I swear to God. You're the biggest piece of shit in the fucking world. You look at your fucking mothers and attack her like this, you sons of bitches.
117, one in custody, interrupted ESA.
Straight take me to fucking jail. I ain't nothing wrong.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to see my fucking judge.
Van, you couldn't edit this out, Van?
Alright, Christine, I'm gonna roll you back over, okay? We're gonna stand on up. Alright, we're gonna stand on up, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job, Christine. We're gonna have this class.
Oh my god. Shut the door. No! Come back! Oh my god. Oh, thank you, God.
Yeah, I got you. Was that blocked or unlocked? She was clawing me.
I say you want to put that in your report, and then I'll just do
Fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Are you guys alright? Use that at all?
Mm-mm. What's blue team?
It's our use of force reporting system.
Okay.
I was gonna say, but I'll just.
Corrections 101, thank you for the 13 months, man. I appreciate it. That's an oldie but a goodie. All right, so this next one I have seen before, or somebody else that will not have seen before, but this allegedly involves somebody who had been previously featured on CBC. So curious.
On February 10th, 2023, a deputy observed a driver who was operating a vehicle with a revoked driver's license in Whiting, Wisconsin.
Traffic. We'll be in the McDill Pond parking lot. Driver will be Nicole, and passenger Irving.
10-4, and you're in the boat launch parking?
10-4.
Upon approach of the vehicle, the 33-year-old female driver named Nicole immediately acknowledged having a suspended license. It was evident this hadn't been her first encounter with the police.
Oh, good. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I think I recognize her. Is she the same crazy Karen who just was drunk and like went off in like the back alley or whatever? Is that her?
Sheriff's office. The reason I'm stopping you is because you're suspended, Nicole.
Thank you. For that, I just ran out of gas too. Do you want to?
Yeah, that's her. Yep, the New Year's girl. Yep.
What's that? You ran out of gas?
Yeah, I just ran out of gas, literally.
Okay. All right. Do you have your ID card on you at all?
No, you know who I am.
Okay. What about you? Do you? Irvin, you don't have...
Can they arrest her for having almost 30 citations for driving while suspended or revoked? I mean, depends on the state. I mean, in most states, you could still be arrested for a traffic offense. The whole point of signing a citation in most states, again, not all, but many states, is that you're signing a citation and accepting it in lieu of arrest, so that if you have this promise to appear, so that they'll let you go, you're not going to be arrested, but technically they can actually take you in, take you to the station.
Anything?
Do you see what I mean?
Right.
Why even ask?
Okay. Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
Nope, I don't.
Okay.
I think I saw that, Sean.
There is no weed in my car.
How come it smells like weed?
Because it always smells like weed. Can you please read the reports? It always smells like weed. I smoke in my garage. My car's in my garage. I have a son this time in the car that I just picked up from school. I'm not doing this with my kid in the car.
I know, Nicole.
Okay. So do what you guys got to do, but there's no weed in my car. and nobody's smoking weed with my kid in the car.
Okay, so when was the last time you smoked weed in your car? Then?
I smoked weed in my garage yesterday, which my car is literally in my tiny garage. So if it smells like reefer, it's because I smoke good reefer.
Reefer.
And this is the story I tell every single one of you every time you guys do this. So. Story never changes.
Okay. Did you have your seatbelt on?
Nope, I did not, probably.
Okay. Did you have yours on, Irving?
Nope, he didn't.
Didn't? Okay. All right, so there's nothing in the car?
Nope.
At all?
No.
Okay. And that's your son in the back, you said?
My son, yes.
Okay. All right, just hang tight for me.
Due to the odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle, the deputies found it probable to be searched.
6 Mike, I'm also be going out on a search shortly. You see if the city maybe has a female.
White 33. Alert, revoke driver's license.
Oh my God. Computer.
Howdy.
What's the good word?
A whole lot. She parked here, or?
No, she's coming by McDill there at the intersection. I turned around and she pulled in here. She said she just ran out of gas, apparently.
Okay.
That's what she said. So.
You got an extra pair of gloves I can borrow?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, she said she smoked in it the other day.
Okay.
Well, she said, but there's nothing in there.
Since
Hey, Andrew.
2007, Nicole has been issued 27 citations just for driving a vehicle without a license.
Oh my God. 27. All right. Let me get my calculator. 2023. So that's like almost twice, almost 2 a year on average.
Totaling over $5,000.
How's it going, guys? You ran out of gas? Or you're, like, legitimately? I'm just asking.
People like cops should ask me what they ever need help for.
Sure, and that's what I'm doing right now. So
we
what?
Have gas, but I'm just saying I got my kid in the car this time, so I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm gonna be calm and nice.
Okay, well, I guess what it looks like to us is that you see a cop, you pull into a driveway. So, I mean, that's what it looks like to us. I get it. If you ran out of gas, you ran out of gas. Like in a gas can? Okay, good deal. All right. Almost made it.
Yes. Why do you guys bring so many sheriffs every time you guys pull me over?
Well, from your last traffic stop, that's why.
You really don't have anything better to do on New Year's Eve? I didn't
There it is.
do anything illegal because you're lazy and you don't want to pull over somebody where you have to do paperwork.
Who has a suspended driver's license?
Oh,
Okay.
why was there so many on my last traffic stop?
Hopefully not, right, guys? Okay. All right. No, that's really not true.
No, people are disrespecting me. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're being disrespectful right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. That's your right to believe that.
What's it smell like? Just weed? Pretty strong or?
Moderate. Yeah, I'd say it's good enough. She said she smoked in it yesterday.
Oh.
But it's, yeah, it's definitely there.
4.5 some million views, and I don't get no money.
Is that what it's up to right now?
He's talking about her. He's talking about her footage going viral. And she doesn't get any money out of it. Oh man.
No. Jeez.
Can I get the police department in trouble for like the harassment me and my child are getting?
I don't understand what you're asking.
Like I have threats in my inboxes and
Obviously, that's not acceptable, right?
so like why is this being able to be posted?
Because the reality is that your arrest and this body camera footage is a matter of public record, open to the public and free to be disseminated to the public. I do actually I do feel bad that she's getting threats. Nobody should. It's really stupid, but it's the sad part. It's the sad reality of the nature of the internet. People are crazy out there.
Why is this cam posted?
That's up to the whatever the department. It's not the department that posted it.
It's a little childish, isn't that?
That's what they do. They subpoena videos and they do that. So
Hey, Shalias.
We're not the ones that posted it.
How you
It's
doing?
it's not at us. If they request it, we got to give it to them.
It's one of you guys' YouTube channel, huh?
I'm sorry. What? It's one of us? No, that's not true either. So.
We were trying to figure out who it was for a long time.
You have to come and meet me. I'll give autographs.
We'll just pull them all out, and then we just won't search her until Hanson gets here, and then Hanson can search her. And we can stay with her.
Irving, all right, why don't you hop out, please?
Nicole, can you open the door for me? All right, so you can step out for me.
Dude, don't do this shit with my kid. I want my kid out of the car.
So,
this is so weird that you guys are doing this, and especially with my kid in the car, you guys got it coming out.
Why is it weird, Nicole?
Because it's uncalled for.
Why?
Because we're out of gas. Why not be a cop? Like, you guys say you help people and you're not out just to arrest people for things. But why not ask, like, what's up with the car problems? And then, by the way, you do have a suspended license.
Yeah.
Why pick on
actually, it's actually revoked now.
Why do you need this many officers?
So, because we're gonna search your car because it smells like marijuana.
It smells like marijuana every time, and you guys don't search it half the time.
Okay.
Well, that is their discretion, right? Interesting that she doesn't deny that it smells like weed, but that kind of being an admission against her. Joshua Lee, thank you for the 19 months. Seems like she's the honey badger, doesn't care. I smell the entitlement on her.
Well, I wasn't there for those other times, so I don't know what to tell you.
If a car smells like marijuana, we search it. That's just
So,
Okay. Well, there was how many of last time, and on the video it shows that he says it smelled like alcohol and marijuana.
Well, he did search it, I think, and it's
Barely, and then he.
I'm not certain.
What happened in the past is what happened in the past.
There's a female officer coming from the city, so we're gonna wait till she gets here to search you, okay? Well, these deputies are staying with you. We're gonna search the car, okay?
Dude, why don't you guys pull over meth heads or crackheads? Like, that you actually would find something. No, you don't.
We arrested a couple
you guys
this week.
are so worried about being up my asshole. Your mom literally gets harassed like a person that is literally.
That's an easy fucking stuff.
He said I revoked somebody, Joe. Actually, I don't have a revoked license because I don't have an OWI on my record.
It can be revoked for DOT action or non-compliance as well.
Like Department of Transportation?
Yeah, that's who actually revokes it and stuff. We don't suspend or
Well, I
revoke
can't
them.
go to jail. I have my child here. And I'm not going to jail.
Yeah, we don't usually take people to jail for operating while revoked.
Does Portage County usually do that then?
We usually just write a ticket.
This is so upsetting. Dude, my heart breaks every time this shit happens. Like, this is why I will never call you guys if I ever actually need your help. I missed my fucking for them doing this, and then mommy can't keep up with the tickets. I was on a payment plan. I was paying $50 every month for tickets. It was an unpaid speeding ticket, and your mom didn't have money, and I forgot about it. So then it racked up, and then while I was driving, I got more tickets. But you can't just stop driving when you have a child, or have to go to work, or take care of your grandparents.
Did you try applying for like an occupational or anything?
Hey, Diver.
You can get an
Dan, thank you.
even if you have a suspended or like revoked license.
Yeah, I thought I was for sure way over the limit of getting that from all the. I get literally harassed almost every single day by Stevens Point, Portage County, or you guys. This is why I don't take you driving anywhere. I don't take you to drive things with me. Originally, it was your mom's fault because I tried to do right and I was on a payment plan, but they keep pulling you over, so you can't keep up. Then they give you another $250. If you look hard enough, you might find some stems on the floor if you look real hard.
We're not going to charge you for stems being on the floor.
The only one that needs to be searched is her. You can search her quick.
Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole.
Is it mostly blunts that you guys smoke, or what do you?
I smoke blunts.
Blunts? Okay.
Yes.
You guys ever use like the
Type?
THC
Pens?
pens? Yeah.
I don't like them.
No. Okay. All right.
Plus
You guys vape at all?
No, you get water in your lungs.
Yeah. Whose vape is this?
That is actually got nicotine.
This is nicotine?
That one.
Yeah.
That one's.
Nice try though.
So when was the last time you smoked?
I smoked yesterday in my garage. I told you.
That was your last time?
Yes.
How come it smells that bad in my garage?
Because my garage is small and my car is in my garage. It's enclosed. I don't open
She was hotboxing. That's why. She was hotboxing in the garage.
up my garage. I don't want my neighbors to smell the weed. Dude, you're really going to make me explain all this in front of my 15-year-old son, dude. He hasn't.
You want me to sit in the car while we talk?
I think it's all out on the table now. That's horrible, dude. You guys already did enough with that video. My kid is getting harassed at school. I'm getting harassed. I will never get a job in this town because of that video. That was dirty. And then literally let me go and never found drugs, never found anything, and you guys are doing it again.
Well, that's all open records. We don't do anything
All right.
as far as sharing videos.
We've been trying to figure out who requested.
I'm gonna literally have you guys running around in circles for people because I know so many people. You guys are gonna be chasing motherfucking tails.
But Nicole, if somebody does an open records request, we have to release that video.
Okay, I don't care really. Can we get on with this so I don't like my kid outside the car?
Yeah, they can go sit back in the car, but I gotta
go.
talk to you.
He is scared.
I just want to know that was the last time you smoked weed was
Yesterday, yes.
All right, go ahead and take a seat back in your car.
Is there enough in there to get to the gas station? I don't know.
Hopefully, it sounds like there's some in there.
Okay, all right. Well, if we need to give you a ride over there, we can do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Whenever you get enough in there, try to start it up. You can shut it off right away. But if not, I can give you a ride.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Even if it's straight up the road and shit here, they can.
Hey, Brad.
There should be enough in here to get it up there.
Okay.
Especially just up the road.
Well, if you want to try to fire it up now, otherwise, I mean, I'm sure you guys want to get on your way, so I'll leave it up to you. I'm fine giving you a ride. Yep.
Were you able to get your car started at all?
I didn't even try. Come on. There we go.
Okay, you're gonna be able to get to the gas station, you think? Okay. So you're gonna get some citations, okay, Nicole? One's for your revoked, so operator revoked, having no insurance, and then not wearing your
You realize if you guys just gave me a break on like the ticketing and like not pulling over, like turning a blind eye, literally sometimes I could catch up and I would have my license back.
Here's the deal, Nicole, okay? If you just stop driving all in general and you get rides places, then you'd probably
Who's
get your
gonna
license.
give me rides?
I'm sure you have family members that have valid licenses,
Oh
correct?
God. Oh God. You don't know me.
Alright, so all the citations, the 4 of them have
Are all of your other friends on revoked or suspended license?
non-mandatory court dates, March 27th. That's the same court date for all 4. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, you're revoked, so you can't drive, so you're going to have to find a valid driver for me, okay? Do you have any questions for me? Okay.
Nicole was cited for operating while revoked, operating a motor vehicle without insurance,
Let me guess. All charges dismissed except for operating while revoked and a $200 fine.
vehicle operator failure to wear a seatbelt, and operator failure to have passenger seat belted. The citations totaled to $420.
$420? Really? Really? $420. That had to be on purpose.
Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection.
Oh, before I go to another video that I was that I'm looking at, I want to update you guys on what's going on. Oh, nope. Nope, wrong one. There we go. All right, so you guys may not remember him, but I want to actually go for the first one though. Here you go. This actually happened on the May 2nd of this year. So if you guys recall, the crazy video of the Sovcit son, who he and his friend were stopped in the driveway of his parents' house, and he was arrested. His friend pulled out an actual Black's Law dictionary and then tried to run into the parents' house, where the sheriff's deputies had to go in, arrest him, and then the mom and then mom got hooked up on an obstruction charge. This is the so this is at a county and bear in mind his mother, she's not. I initially thought that she had been fired or relieved, but she hasn't. But her mom is the county clerk for Smith County, Texas, and his dad is actually a county commissioner. So his dad is actually on this board right there that you're seeing in front of me.
So much for joining us tonight. We begin with the clash in this morning's meeting of the Smith County Commissioner's Court, where the son of recently arrested County Clerk Karen Phillips and Commissioner Terry Phillips tried to speak about what he called the slander against his family. Meetings of the Smith County Commissioner's Court always begin with the opportunity for members of the public to speak on items listed on the weekly agenda. This morning, Lance Phillips submitted a request to speak on an agenda item dealing with road and bridge issues.
Yes, forgive me for speaking so fast because you guys only give us 3 minutes, but so this is what can happen to you when you're driving down the Smith County roads. I just wanted to correct the slander about my family on and for the record. It is a fact that everything that is... Mr. Phillips, I'm going to stop you right there. What? If it's not on item number 3... This is item number 3. If you're driving down the Smith County roads, this is what's going on out there. If it's not on the replats, you cannot speak. Okay, all right.
Lance Phillips later interrupts County Judge Neil Franklin from his seat in the crowd.
Mr. Phillips, do not call out from the crowd. Thank you.
Lance is the brother of Derek Phillips, whose arrest County Clerk Karen Phillips is accused of interfering with on March 28th.
I got it.
There it is.
Both Karen and her husband, Commissioner Terry Phillips, were at today's meeting.
Grown
hey,
man, 40 years old nearly, and I mean, just like anybody else, they'll speak. You know, that's all we allow for, you know, is to speak on the agenda item. And so if he wants to come back and speak when it's on the agenda item, he can do that.
And while he acknowledges his son did not follow the court's rules, Commissioner Phillips says he believes people should be able to speak on whatever they want during public comment.
It's not just because it's my son. I would say this for anybody, public, you know, redress is, you know, so they can dress their local officials, and they could come up and sing a song for 3 minutes. I don't care. If they want me to listen to them, I'll listen to them. You know, I think that's what we're here for.
Commissioner Phillips tells us he didn't know his son was coming to today's meeting, a statement confirmed when we spoke with his son outside.
I'm my own human being, you know, I'm a grown adult, and so I have my own voice, and, you know, I speak up when I see things that are wrong.
Lance Phillips says if given the chance to speak, he hoped to express his wish to pursue criminal charges against the officers involved in his brother's arrest and Smith County.
And we're hoping that these bogus charges are dropped before they ever even, you know, the grand jury and all of that will see this, so...
I mean, I generally agree. I generally agree. Like, if you're that in these kinds of situations, you're given the 3 minutes, and the 3 minutes, you should be permitted to say anything you want to say, so long as it's not like, you know, inflammatory, you know, inflammatory or vulgar or anything like that. But I feel like you should be able to speak on it. I feel like you shouldn't be limited to speak on a specific topic, of the meeting. But that's just my opinion.
Yes, forgive me for speaking so fast because you guys only give us 3 minutes.
Oh, is this the full thing? Yeah, if you're only hearing it from the left side of your speaker, blame the video.
So this is what can happen to you when you're driving down the Smith County roads. I just wanted to correct the slander about my family on and for the record. It is a fact that everything that is... Mr. Phillips, I'm going to stop you right there. What? If it's not on item number 3, this is item number 3. If you're driving down the Smith County roads, this is what's going on out there. If it's not on the replats, you cannot speak. Okay, all right. Notice the principal, notice the agent, and notice the agent.
Oh my God, he actually is doing the Sovcit thing. if you can't hear it, he's doing the notice the principal is notice the agent, notice the agent knows the principal. So he's handing out Sovcit paperwork right there.
This is what I was going to say. I want to put this into the record as well.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
That's great. So KOTV, we can talk outside.
All right.
So he did it again, and apparently he was arrested. So we are now today, May 9th, was the published story.
You know, it was an election year, and you were under investigation. This was a great story for
Ms.
you,
Bamberg,
wasn't it?
I'm going to have to stop you
Why
there
did
because
you
you're
take
still
him off
talking
his
directly to
meds?
Sheriff.
Why did you? This was a great story for
Ms.
you,
Bamberg,
wasn't it?
I'm going to have to stop you
Why
there
did
because
you
you're
take
still
him off
talking
his
directly
meds
to
a
Sheriff.
few
And we
weeks?
can't. That's against decorum, and this is really not about the jail report.
Yes, it is.
No, it's about.
It has to be how our inmates are treated.
Ms. Bamberg, you were
and they're
talking
not
directly
allowed a
to the
fair
sheriff.
trial.
I'm going to have to stop you there.
It sounds like she's referring to the son, who's, I guess he's currently still incarcerated. And this is mom, who is, as far as I understand, she's still the county clerk.
Thank you. Next up is Miss Delilah Reynoso.
And he's just being dragged out.
Just stand up, son. Don't refuse it. They've already arrested you. Don't fight it. Do something. God is with you. They're saying what they're saying. They're afraid of the truth. Letting the public know.
Yes, sir.
You see, he did a great job last week. I do want to tell you that.
Wait.
Put it on my Facebook.
Hold on a second. I know this isn't Sovcit related at all, but man accused of cattle rustling in Trinity County. Is it 1890? What? Well, he was trying to steal horses. Yeah, here's theft of livestock and cruelty to livestock. Well, all right then. I know it still happens, but it's just to see a headline saying "man accused of cattle rustling." It feels like it's like archaic as all hell. All right. All right. What was the other one that you guys recommended to me? Sovcit Karen gets strapped in during her sentencing.
Okay, let's go to the Blackshire matter. Shana Marie Blackshire.
Oh, hold on.
Date and time set for sentencing, and this is in CR 22209.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Caleb Wagner on behalf of the state.
Hold on, guys. Sorry. You may think the security's overkill, but wait till the end.
Come on out.
Ah!
This is the date and time set for...
All right, hold on a second. I want to put in the picture-in-picture. Give me a second. I gotta reset.
Okay, let's go to the Blackshire matter. Shana Marie Blackshire. Date and time set for sentencing, and this is in CR 22209.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
No, come on out. This is the date and time set for sentencing. The records show the presence of the defendant. Our advisory counsel is here. And Mr. Wagner, are you appearing before the state?
Yes.
This is the date and time set for sentencing. Good.
Excuse me, how you doing?
No, I'm talking now. Listen to me. Is your true name and your complete name Shana Marie Blackshire?
The court lacked jurisdiction over the subject matter.
What is...
Oh, no. Okay. Well. Here we go.
Your date of birth?
The court lacked jurisdiction over the subject matter.
The court will accept the court, based upon a verdict by the guilty in this case.
The court lacked jurisdiction over personal addiction.
As a result of a jury trial, the court finds the defendant is guilty in CR 22209. Count 1, unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. This is in violation of ARS 28624C,
Y'all cannot force me to get sentenced.
Yes, I can. ARS 28622, ARS 28622.
ARS, are we in Arizona?
2.01, A1, 28624C, 283001, 283304, 283305.
Oh my God.
283315, 13701, 702, and 801. The date of the offense.
What the hell did she do?
Was on or about February 28, 622, law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. Now,
hold on.
In this case,
the court lacked jurisdiction over personal addiction.
As a result of a jury trial, the court finds the defendant is guilty in CR 22209. Count 1, unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. This is in
unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle? It sounds like she actually escaped from custody. It sounds like she flew from the back of a vehicle.
Violation of ARS 28624C, ARS.
Y'all cannot force me to get sentenced.
Yes, I can. ARS 28622, ARS 28622.01, A1, 28624C, 283001, 283304, 283305, 283315, 13701, 702, and 801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5th, 2022. The offense is non-dangerous, and I'm finding it non-repetitive for reasons I'll state on the record. Count 3. Count 3.
Non-violent and non-repetitive. I'm very curious as to what his findings are for that, but here we go. Thank you, Raven, for the 20 months. I appreciate it.
She is guilty of count 3, criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. It's in violation of ARS 13-1602A1, 13-1601, 13.
This is a viral video. She was let out of a vehicle by someone and she ran. I don't remember seeing this. I honestly don't remember a Sovcit being let out of a vehicle and fleeing.
13-707, 13-802. And she's also guilty of count 4, burglary in the second degree. This is a class 3 felony in violation of ARS 13-1507A, 13-1501, 701, and 702, and 13-801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5th, 2022. Judgment of the court that she's guilty of count 5, resisting arrest, a class 6 felony in violation of ARS 13-2508, A1, 13-701, 702, and 13-801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5, 2020.
Excuse me, advisor. Why is they allowed to do such things?
2022. The offenses are non-dangerous and non-repetitive. The reason I'm finding them is the microphone off, Louis, by the way. Turn it off.
Excuse me, that's illegal. Y'all can't
All right.
do that.
No, that's on now. Turn
Yes,
it off.
it is, Justin.
All right. So the offenses are non-dangerous.
Personal jurisdiction over my jurisdiction.
I'm finding them
Why you allowing that?
I'm finding you're your own lawyer. He's not your lawyer. He's nothing can do it. I'm finding that they're non-repetitive because I believe that these cases, all of the charges in this case and in CR 2022-208, which is the prior case for which the defendant was convicted, these cases all of those charges could have been brought together and tried together, but they weren't. I'm not criticizing the decision. It is what it is. It happened for independent reasons, but I'm finding that they are not repetitive. All right. So, Mr. Wagner, do you want to be heard on behalf of the state?
I do, Your Honor.
And if the victims wish to be heard, we have victims here in the courtroom, a victim, I think, I'm not sure.
No, Your Honor. She's
No,
outlasted the victims.
She's outlasted the victim. Do you wish to be heard?
The victims have had to return back to their homes in Oregon, and they're not here, which is a detriment to them. They had as much a right to be here as she did for sentencing, but she is her own attorney, and she's drugged this out long enough that the victims aren't here to give a statement today.
Right, so y'all can't do that. Y'all cannot force me. Y'all can't sentence me like this.
Ms. Blackshire, I believe that these are repetitive and that she should be subject to the Category 2 repetitive offender statutes. She committed these crimes. She was taken into custody for the first crimes, the 208, Your Honor. She was taken into custody for 208. She made bond and was released on bond. And then she committed these separate offenses while on felony pretrial release.
I just want to make clear, to save your words, I do intend to impose the enhancement of 2 years for the crimes being committed while on release. So I just want to...
All right, thank you.
If there was any confusion about that, I wanted to straighten it out. I apologize for interrupting you, but I thought it was something to clarify up front.
This is illegal.
I believe that it's more than warranted. She was sentenced. Those were separate cases. She was released from those cases, and she committed the new cases. Not only did she commit these crimes separately from the other crimes, these crimes significantly, especially the burglary, I believe substantially affected the victim. The victim, the owner of the property at Morningstar Ranch. Yes, she was burglarized before. No real property was taken from there. As you heard, you sat through both trials. But in this case, in this burglary here, count... Count 4, Your Honor. The defendant confronted the victim at her home and has substantially affected the way the victim feels about her safety and security at the home, which I think is very important, Your Honor, to acknowledge that.
Sorry, I'm getting...
Okay, that's not good. If what the prosecutor just said is true, that she allegedly went to the victim's home after the crime, after the alleged offense and confronted the victim. Yikes.
Are you going to allow this?
What's that?
Are you going to allow
No, I'm
this?
talking to you. Why are you taking her out? You're not? Okay.
Because I don't want to be in here. I
Staying in.
requested to leave.
Oh, you're bringing the chair in. Okay, that's fine. I apologize, Mr.
No.
Oh no! Oh, she's getting the chair. She's getting the chair.
That's fine. I also would point out to the court that the unlawful flight from law enforcement.
All right, stand by. Apparently they're gonna restrain her and bring her back in.
Email about what that is.
Thank you.
Hello.
All right, defendant is back. You may continue, Mr. Wagner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also point out to the court that count 1, the unlawful flight from law enforcement, and count 5, the resisting arrest counts, are not in any way connected with the prior the 208 case. They're separate victims there. These are definitely separate incidents. The state would argue that as well for count 4, the burglary, Your Honor.
No, I'm not relaxing y'all being a legal. The court lacks jurisdiction over the subject matter. Y'all don't have no right. Get this shit off of me.
If I could have just a second, Your Honor.
I ain't never been biting with y'all.
What's the statutory reference to the 2-year enhancement? I can't remember that.
Yeah, this is old. This is OSG.
It is 708D, and I don't know that I made that entirely clear, but it just, whatever the sentence the court prescribes, each sentence gets a 2-year
Stark, thank you for the $5.
ARS 13-70708.
Yes, I'm sorry, ARS 13708.
But not as to the misdemeanor, obviously.
Not as to the misdemeanor. I concur with the misdemeanor assessment that probation had, that it's just time served in the county jail, that she's already fulfilled more than the requirement for that. I agree that the presumptive terms are warranted in the other cases as well, Your Honor. I would point out that the jury during the aggravation phase, the jury found 4 aggravators. They found 4 aggravators. We have no mitigators here that I can see. Even with all of that, I would still ask for the presumptive terms as a Category 2 repetitive offender with the enhancements for the 13708D. I think that these charges probably would be warranted to run concurrent with each other, but I do feel that they should run consecutive to the defendant's prior case. She caused more harm and more emotional stress to the victim, the owner of the property, and then we have separate victims as to the resisting arrest charge and the fleeing from law enforcement charge, Your Honor. I don't have anything more to add than that, and there's no victims present. There's some representatives, some neighbors, some people from the Morningstar Ranch that are still living in the area. They're present here today just to watch, I suppose.
Very well. Thank you very much. All right, the court imposes sentence as follows. As to count 1, unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony, the court, as I said, finds the offense to be non-repetitive, non-dangerous. The court imposes the presumptive term of 1.5 years in the Arizona Department of Corrections. The court imposes an additional 2 years sentencing enhancement because this offense was committed while the defendant was on pretrial release, and that's pursuant to ARS 13708D. So the total.
Good. If you actually commit another crime while being out on bond, I appreciate that'll serve as an enhancement.
Sentence as to count 1, Class 5 felony, is 3.5 years. As to count 2, this is the misdemeanor criminal damage. The court imposes a sentence of time served. As to count 4, again, the court finds this to be non-dangerous and non-repetitive. This is burglary in the 2nd degree, Class 3 felony. The court imposes the presumptive term of 3.5 years. This court also imposes the sentencing enhancement pursuant to 13708D of 2 years. So the total offense level, the total sentence for count 4 is 5.5 years. As to count 5, resisting arrest, it's a Class 6 felony, non-dangerous, non-repetitive. The court imposes the presumptive sentence of 1 year. The court further imposes the sentencing enhancement as required by law under ARS 13708D for 2 years, for a total of 3 years as to count 5. The court further designates that the sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 are to run concurrent with each other. That is the unlawful flight and the resisting arrest. The sentences in counts 1 and 5 are to run concurrent with each other. The sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 are to run consecutive to the sentence imposed on count 4, which was 5.5 years as to burglary in the second degree. So the sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 is to run consecutive to count 4. The court imposes the sentence imposed on count 4 in this case, which is burglary in the second degree of 5.5 years, is to run consecutive to the sentence that was imposed in case number CR 22208. Right, so the sentence imposed as to count 4 in this particular case is to run consecutive to the sentence imposed in case number CR 22208. That's because this defendant was released in the prior case, 22208, when it was a justice court case. She was released when she posted bond on July 7th.
I honestly missed some of the years, but it sounds like she's getting like 7.5 years. It sounds like she's getting 7.5 years at least. If she's doing she's doing some of the charges concurrent and some of the charges consecutive to each other.
7th, 2021. She failed to appear and a warrant was issued for your arrest on October 20th, 2021. The events in this particular case are alleged to have occurred, I believe, on February 5th, 2022. So the events that happened at the Morningstar Ranch that were the subject of 22208 are alleged to have occurred on the dates those were alleged to have occurred back on June 12th, 2021. So the prior case, the burglary, alleged to have occurred on June 12, 2021. The fraudulent schemes in 22208 was alleged to have occurred on or about July 6th. She was found guilty of that by the jury. So she was charged with that case, released, went out and committed basically new offenses relating to the same properties. For those reasons, the court runs the sentence on count 4 consecutive to the sentence imposed in case number CR 22208. You got all that, I think? All right. Any bonds are posted, are not exonerated. They will be subject of a justice court forfeiture action or a forfeiture action in this court, as whatever the case may be. So the bonds are not exonerated, but any warrants are quashed. Following the prison sentence, the defendant is to serve a term for community supervision of 1 day for every 7 days of the sentence imposed. Did you wish to, well, I'm not going to ask you whether you wish to address the court. You've clearly indicated you're not capable of doing that and following the rules of the court. You have the right to appeal the judgment of the court. If you wish to appeal, you must file a written notice of your intent to appeal, and you must do that within 15 days of today's date. Otherwise, you will lose that right. Ms. Blackshear, do you wish the court to appoint an attorney to represent you on the appeal? No, he will not be representing you on the appeal. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you on the appeal? If you cannot afford to pay one, the court will pay the costs of an attorney to represent you on appeal. That will include the costs of the lawyer's legal fees and legal costs. You will not have to pay anything. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you on the appeal?
Okay, so that's actually pretty interesting that Arizona actually does cover indigents for appeals. I believe under the Supreme Court, the states don't have to do that. You have the right to appeal, but I don't think the right to counsel extends into appeal. but states can offer it, of course, as part of their own constitutions.
No. Appeals are specialized actions, and Court of Appeals is very sticky with their rules. They're very strict, and this is a real specialty with someone who knows how to write good appeals. I met with you before when you were here before, and we met not in chambers, but in the holding cell area. It's all on the record, what I'm referring to, and I advised you that it really is in your best interest, I believe, to have a lawyer represent you on appeal, and you indicated at that time that you don't want a lawyer to represent you on appeal. I'd really encourage you to do it. I think it's in your best interest, but it's your choice. Okay. You're excused. You're remanded to the custody of the sheriff to be delivered to the Arizona Department of Corrections to fulfill a sentence. What? Hold on a second. What?
How much time did he give me? You just said a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah, you can take them. You're excused. Thank you. Good luck. All right. I'm not having the defendant step forward to sign for notification of her rights and to sign the judgment in this particular case. She's consistently throughout all the proceedings in the Justice Court and in this court as to whenever required to do so or asked to do so, refused to sign anything.
Yep.
So that would be fruitless to ask her to do that.
Sounds about right.
Reflect that I've advised her of her right to appeal, the right to have an attorney represent her on appeal, and I think that's all we're going to do. And I don't see any point in having her trying to sign these documents. That's just not going to happen.
I don't either.
I think it'd just be disruptive to the court proceedings.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sounds like I wish it was detailed, but it was actually a little difficult to follow. But it sounds like she got 7.5 years. If we're allocating the concurrent and consecutive sentences, she's getting 7.5 years for this group of charges, on top of what she was also getting in the previous in her previous criminal case. So, and those charges were, I forgot all the counts, but it's like second-degree burglary, fleeing from a law enforcement vehicle, resisting, and a couple other charges. That's about right. But that's I know it's kind of early, but that's kind of where I kind of want to end it. I know it's only been an hour, but it's just like one of those days. I just got a lot. I got a lot to do, a lot of little stuff, a lot of things going through my head, and it's kind of rough. So I want to be able to make this short, sweet, concise. But I want to thank you guys for being here with me. I apologize for not streaming yesterday. I wanted to do it tonight to make up for it. But I just gotta things to do. But as always, I appreciate your support. I hope I'll be in a better mood to be able to stream tomorrow at my regular time. I don't have any updates on the card, Joshua, other than I am supposed to be getting a replacement. It's just that they need a replacement to arrive, apparently. But that's neither here nor there. I'll update you guys as we go along. But I'm gonna try. Hopefully, I'm gonna be better and good to go for tomorrow. But if not, I'll try to do it again on Thursday, and we'll go from there. But thank you guys. Hope you're doing well. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Take care.
My bitch a chew